Wow.
But the lucky thing, I had my pieces.
Your pieces.
My gun.
Oh.
Yeah. That caught me off guard a little bit. Look at her face. Alright, so today's video is called 20 Things Only Americans Do and They Think It's Normal. Well, I don't know how this is going to go down because, like, we get most of our media from you guys, like in America. Like, a lot of the stuff that, like, you guys put out, we watch over here. Yeah, we've got our own little thing. We've got our own little quirks and everything over here. Like, even right now, I'm using what I call my phone voice so that hopefully when you're watching this, you can understand me a little bit better. Like, I would talk to my brother completely different to how I'm speaking right now. And I guess you've got a lot of that going on in America. But do you know what? One thing I really like how you guys fly your flag proud. Like, everywhere you go, someone's got some American stuff on, anything. I can't do that here. I can't. I got the British flag. But if I change that flag to an England flag, I'm going to get a lot of hate on these videos, you know what I mean? Which is ridiculous. But even that, you don't see people with a t-shirt on with this. You don't see people with that. Whereas in America, man, you got it all over your trucks. You've got it all over your hats. You've got your t-shirts on. You've got that flag flying high and proud. And it's really cool. I look forward to actually seeing what the differences is here between your country and our country. All right, so let's get into it. Let's have a check it out. 6 subscribers away from 100, which is dope. Like, I'm big time now, okay? So if anyone wants my autograph, please send it via pigeon and I will return it via pigeon, okay? That's how it works over here because we're English.
Good call on these outfits, dude.
It's the only call. You know what I mean?
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 things only Americans do.
Get a ton.
For this list, we're looking at...
What's that? What's that right there? Is that peanut butter? That doesn't look like peanut butter. That looks too smooth. That's too bright. Why is this such bright color?
common beliefs and practices in the United States. They don't need to be exclusively...
All right, I'm pausing again, second time, right? Nah, that's milk, right? Is that milk? Why is it shaped like that? Wait, I'm going to show you our milk. I'm going to show you our milk. All right, so this is our milk. This is what it looks like. It fits in the fridge perfectly because it's shaped for the thing at the door. And this is kind of my milk as well. The kids have got their own milk. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something I never get to do. Now that there's no one watching, I'm going to have a little sip of milk. Oh, I never get to drink it straight out of the carton. I never get to. But yeah, this is our milk. Compared to your milk, like you got big boy things of milk. But this is what we get on a regular basis. That's all mine. My kids is not getting it. Otherwise, I will cry.
American, just something that Americans are known for. If there's something uniquely American that didn't make our
list, look at the American stripes on the plane. Okay, of course, there's like a truck that comes out covered in the American flag as well. It's not even in America. That's badass.
Your picks. Number 20. Refer to the USA as America.
America. Fuck
the
yeah.
United States of America, referring to the country as America is much less commonplace. After all,
no, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, we call it America. We understand there's different continents and stuff like that, but we still call it America. Like it is America or the USA. Like we still call it that. We understand. It's just we have so much American media comes over in England that we just call it America, even though we totally understand the whole geography of all the continents.
There are 2 entire continents called America, comprising like 35 distinct nations. Referring to only one country on one of those continents as America too is really confusing for anyone who doesn't live there.
From this day forward,
It's going to be only America first. America first.
Calling it the US, USA, the United States, or just the States is much more common in the rest of the world. Even so, everyone still calls its residents Americans, which isn't confusing at all.
Yo, this guy was probably the most gentleman-like president you guys have ever had. Okay, now I don't know. There's a lot of Americans do not like this guy at all. All right, but if you were on that list for that special island, which I'm not saying he is, then you should be in jail too. Same as the, you know what I'm saying? But like, the way this man conducted himself from the outside world looking in was more like presidential kind of thing. I don't know what he did to your country, and I don't know how much he messed it up or made it better or anything like that, but yeah, this guy, there was no negative stuff about this guy around the world, whereas you got that Trump thing going on right now. There's a lot of negative stuff. You either love him or you hate him. Like it's crazy. I love this season of America. Okay, I'm sorry, but the outside looking in, thinking that Trump is now president, makes this season of America is just like, it's just crazy to watch.
You can't say it, but you know it's true.
Number 19, throw gender reveal parties.
Oh, these
the
things.
World over have traditions to prepare expecting parents and celebrate the expected birth of a child.
Thank you so much for throwing me this baby shower, girls. I feel so welcome to the neighborhood.
Baby showers, okay, I get it, right? But gender reveal parties is a new thing that you guys have sent over here. Now we're all having gender reveal parties. Like, I don't get it, man. They're starting wildfires, they're popping balloons with knives in the garden and that. It's like, you've got kids running around. Why are you walking around your garden with a knife? And like, we get it, but guess what? For you to pop that balloon, you already knew what gender that baby was. When your belly's getting scanned in the doctor tells you, is it a boy, is it a girl, or anything like that. Like, who you revealing it to? Okay, just tell your family already.
Of course.
However, Americans have really taken the concept and
like I didn't know already. Wait, why them two hugging? Why them two hugging?
Gender reveal parties. Emerging in the 2000s, the latter have
Wait,
become
she got a spike.
Sometimes absurd.
Get it away from the
levels of
kids.
showmanship. Some
Baby number 3.
top reveals have been responsible for injuries and even disasters. They remain somewhat controversial, with many people, including Americans, not really getting why they're often made into such big deals.
I don't know why, but I'm like gonna cry.
Oh my gosh, why are you gonna cry?
You're not gonna cry. There's not a single tear gonna come from that eye. I'm gonna press play on that video, and there's not a real tear gonna come from that eye. Why are these people famous? I understand there was a very special video a long time ago, but I can't quite understand why this person's famous right now. Like, this is something that I hope my daughter doesn't grow up and aspire to be, ever.
Guys, I'm just really happy for you.
Where's the tears?
Like
Where's the tears?
Like you're happy.
What are you wiping
Number
away?
18, experience
Nothing.
huge bathroom stall gaps.
Right this way, sir.
Yeah, that's kind of weird that you guys have like proper bathroom stall gaps and things, but like that is slowly seeping over into England as well. Like the big gap underneath and stuff like that in a public restroom just makes no sense. We've got too many weirdos. We've got people that'll look over the top, people that'll look under. Like, nah, bro, not happening.
Oh, God.
Every country's restrooms have their own quirks, like different sinks and toilet bowls. The US is known for having a high volume of water in their bowls and large gaps in their bathroom stalls, both under the door and between the door and the walls. Visitors can be taken aback at the lack of privacy. Some hold that they're designed for easy cleaning or construction. Others that it allows one to check which stalls are occupied, although occupancy indicators on the locks can do that too.
Maybe so you can see if there's someone in there.
Isn't that why we have locks on the doors?
Well, as a backup system, in case a lock is broken, you can see if it's taken.
A backup system?
It might also make it more difficult to get up to no good in there. Whatever the case, public bathrooms in the US are built for speed.
Hey, see what she's doing there, right? I know it's a cartoon, but let's be honest. We all do that when we go to a public bathroom, right? If, God forbid, we have to go to a public bathroom, okay? I'm 100% doing exactly what she's doing now. I'm laying it all down. I ain't putting my ass on nothing no one else has touched in a public bathroom. It's not happening.
Not comfort.
Would you just sit down and go to the bathroom already?
Oh, shuffle. Wasn't expecting that.
Number 17. Have pharmacies that sell groceries. In most of the world, pharmacies sell exactly what their name implies.
Yeah.
While you will see tangentially related items like grooming products or hygienic things like toothbrushes, pharmacies don't usually carry food or toys.
Wait, you got in your chemist, in your pharmacy? You guys sell food and toys? There's a Coca-Cola thing over there in the corner.
But in the US, that's much more common.
There's tools.
It's all about the all-in-one experience. Not only will dedicated grocery stores have pharmacies built in, but pharmacies will also carry groceries. Granted, the selection isn't always
There's
great,
that milk
but
again.
if you're desperate for milk
yeah, our pharmacies do not sell groceries. They just don't. It blows my mind. It's supposed to be like a clean, professional place, like where you can go and you can speak to a pharmacist who, like, you have to be highly qualified to be a pharmacist in England. Like, it's your step before you go to the doctor kind of thing. You have to be able to ask them any advice, and they'll take you into a little room at the side that's private, and they'll discuss with you whatever your issues are as well in confidence.
the grocery store is closed or you just don't feel like crossing the street to get there, you can get some. While most of the world still limits drugstores to drugs and self-care products, we have a feeling this one might catch on. Number 16, vote before they can drink. Worldwide, the age at which a person can legally drink alcohol is most commonly 18, the age usually considered to be adulthood, though it is even earlier in some countries. The voting age on a global scale is also generally 18, for similar reasons, although of course there are exceptions.
The Voting Rights Act of 1970 lowered the voting age to 18 for national elections, and the 26th Amendment made the change to 18 permanent for all elections.
And 18 is where it has stayed for the past 50 years.
However, the United States requires young adults to wait 3 years after being able to vote before legally being allowed to drink at 21. This...
Aight, listen up, right? I think there should be an upper limit to voting as well, right? Now think about it like this, right? In England, right, the reason that we can't vote in the people that we want in is because there's so many old people. Now, these old people all own the houses. They own everything, right? Because, hey, a house was 5k when they were young, okay? They have all the houses. They're the landlords and everything. That exact same house is like $500,000 now just to buy. And they bought it for 5k when they were younger. And they just say, work hard, you'll get there. Like, how can we work hard and get there? Now, there's so many of these old people that they will vote to make sure that the rich stay rich and the poor stay poor, right? They will vote in their own interests, but it's not their future they're voting for. It's not at all. So in England, I do believe that there should be an upper limit. Like, when you get past maybe 70, like 70's pushing it. But it's not your future you're voting for, so why? Why? I don't believe it. Also, I think they should be educated on politics in school and stuff like that. And you should be able to see things a lot more accessible, because young people, they're less likely to vote, whereas them old people, they vote in every single time. And that's why ever since I was born and a lot longer before that, it's just been the same thing over and over again. The same cycle. People get voted in and nothing changes. People get voted in and nothing changes. England is in the worst spot it's ever been, right now, okay? Right now, our army is at its weakest and our country is at its weakest, and we're overrun and there's nothing we can do about it. We, I believe, if not already, we are just about to be the minority, and I've got nothing against anyone else at all. As long as you call this place home, you class yourself as English, then I'm with you. You know what I mean? But this this voting thing. You got to stop these old people from voting for something that is not their future. And I know that America's like, let's get back to the subject, right? You got to be 21 to drink, but 18 to vote. That makes no sense to me, right? But let's face it, 18-year-olds, they're going to find a way to drink, aren't they? They're going to find a way. They're going to have parties. They're going to find a way to get some drink. If once you hit 18, man, they're going to find a way.
Was enacted during the 1980s to prevent alcohol-related driving accidents.
This law has been an abysmal failure. It hasn't reduced or eliminated drinking. It has simply driven it underground, behind closed doors,
That's what I'm saying.
into the most risky and least manageable of settings.
While it helped in the short
just
term,
said that.
ultimately it hasn't really stopped teenagers from drinking. The result is that many people, both inside and outside the U.S., question the logic of why an 18-year-old American can decide who forms the government but not get buzzed.
The reality is everyone drinks before they turn 21. That's why when you go out for your first legal drink, you have to react with that faux surprise like you've never heard of alcohol before.
He's right. That's literally what we were just discussing. Yeah, I don't get it. Now, you see, I think that someone's first drink of alcohol, if they're going to drink it, I personally, I'm against alcohol. Like, I don't, but that's just for me. The whole world, I don't speak for the world. I just mean, it doesn't suit me. I'm a single parent. I don't want to be drunk around my children. That's it, right? Whereas I think your first drink of alcohol should be in a controlled manner, like with your parents. You know what I mean? It should be with your parents, or it should be like a lot more safety and education on it, because alcohol worldwide kills nearly 3 million people a year. Okay, now if we had better education on this subject, and people knew their limits and how easily things are addictive. I mean, look, just because you don't have something every day doesn't mean it's not addictive, right? There is people in this world who live their entire life just waiting for the weekend. Just waiting for the weekend. Work, 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 spend all your money on the weekend. Work, 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 spend all your money on your weekend. Like, even that is an addiction, man. I digress.
Ooh, what does this alcohol taste like? Oh, it's unusual. Oh, this is true.
Number 15, get free refills. One of the biggest differences between American restaurants and the rest of the world are their drink services. Most American and many Canadian restaurants and other establishments will offer at least one free refill of a non-alcoholic drink.
Refill. Free! Where is it going?
The idea is that
you guys get free refills everywhere? I think they do it in Subway and they do it in Pizza Hut, but Pizza Hut's closing down now. And English people don't really like Subway because, like, it's just crap. They just employ young people. The place is a mess and they just don't give you decent service. But, like, you can't leave the store. You can get a refill, but you got to pay extra for that refill. You know what I mean? Like, as in, okay, here's a cup, or you can pay the high top quality price to have the unlimited refills. But here's the thing. In England, right, if you get caught sharing your cup, because what I like to do, I like to get, okay, I'll get one refillable cup, and then me and all of the kids can have a drink out of it. Nah, man, if they see you, they're going to charge you. They're going to charge you for each individual person that took a drink out of that cup.
Because of the low cost of drinks, particularly fountain soft drinks, offering a refill won't hurt the establishment's bottom line, particularly if drinks are not the primary source of income. However, the idea has been slow to catch on in the rest of the world, and it's nowhere near as consistently offered. Some countries have raised concern that a practice like this can lead to an increase in obesity. Number 14, tip service personnel.
All right, everybody cough up some green for the little lady. Come on, throw in a buck.
I don't tip.
You don't tip?
No, I don't believe in it.
While the concept of tipping waitstaff or other people in the service industry...
Alright, here we go, full on speech. It's time for speech. Why are you tipping people? That's their job. They already get paid to do their job. If, like, I understand in America, a lot of people rely on tips, okay? But if you're relying on tips, then your employer is not paying you the right amount, right? In England, right? If I tip somebody, it's a super, super rare occasion. And it's simply just because either I have a little bit of extra money and the person has been extremely gone out of their way to make sure that I've had a good time. We don't tip in England. It's just not a thing, right? It's just not a thing at all. And I've never been anywhere that tips, and I don't understand it. How come when you pick something up in a store, right, you have to pay it doesn't tell you how many taxes you have to pay at the till? Or how come when you go to the shop, go to a restaurant, you know the price on the menu, you know how much you're going to pay, right? And then you've got to pay what, the tip on top of that? Nah, man. A tip? I already paid for the service.
For other people in the service industry is known worldwide, few countries have embraced the concept to the degree the U.S. has.
Labor movements declare the practice undemocratic, and anti-tipping legislation was enacted across several states. But restaurants and rail operators like the Pullman Company embraced tipping because it allowed them, among other things, to hire recently freed slaves without having to pay them.
Many workers, particularly in the restaurant.
So then it's extremely outdated practice. First of all, yeah, allowed them to hire slaves without having to pay them. Hey, I know that your property's dead right now, but fuck you too as well for hiring people like that without paying them. It's fuck you. Right, I don't want to swear in these videos, but screw you, okay? Like, everyone deserves to get hiring someone without having to pay them. Shut up, man. Doesn't matter who you are in this world, right? You should pay them if they're doing a job for you.
Restaurant industry rely on gratuities to get by, in part because
Why?
laws allow managers to pay sub-minimum wages to tipped workers. However,
how can you pay sub-minimum wages? It's literally called minimum wage. What are these people always supposed to be living on the poverty line, paycheck to paycheck? And what if you don't get tipped that day? What if someone just tips you a thing? You don't know whether you're going to survive. Nah, this tipping culture is absolutely stupid. From the outside looking in, it's ridiculous, okay? Someone should be able to survive on their wage, okay? And anything after that is an absolute bonus, okay? But it should not. I should not walk into a restaurant and be frowned upon because I didn't tip, okay? Because you don't know my situation. What if I've got like loads of kids? What if I've got like money problems of my own? And this is the one treat of like the month where I actually get to go out and have a meal. Now all of a sudden, what, I got to pay like so much more extra just because you came over and brought me food over? Hey, listen up, listen. I will come to the kitchen, I will pick my food up, and I will carry it to my own table, okay? I will carry it to my own table.
in various other countries, tipping is seen as insulting. They're just doing their jobs after all.
Each year, Americans spend $40 billion on tips.
Yo, you spend 40 billion? You spend 40 billion? Hey, you spend 40 billion on tips a year? Jesus. All right, so, right, watch. And you spend 39 billion on foreign aid. You spend more on tips than you do on foreign aid, right? First of all, foreign aid, that's a whole different subject. Now, concentrate on your own country 99% of the time is what I'm saying, right? But 40 billion on tips, bro. Like, why can't these people just get paid, right? The right money? Just pay your employees so that they have a stable income, all right? So they know they can pay their jobs. Pay your employees properly. And hey, another thing, right? I've seen a couple of stories, right, about those kind of people that they make the waitress or the waiter pay part of their tips towards the business.
That's more than we spend on foreign aid and more than we spend on gambling. And
wait. You spend 30.6 billion on gambling in a year. Hey man, your country got a problem, bro. 30.6 billion in gambling. Hey, how much do you win? How much? Damn, you guys just straight spend money on everything.
like gambling, it's not entirely clear that tipping makes any sense in the first place.
While some countries' workers certainly appreciate it, it isn't expected like it is in the US. Mostly because employees are paid a high enough baseline salary that they don't need tips to survive.
That's exactly what I've just said. Pay your employees the salary that they need and that they deserve, okay? So that they don't have to rely on tips. Exactly what I've just hit my microphone. I nearly broke that goddamn thing out.
Owners still pay their servers less than minimum wage, turning what used to be a bribe into an obligation that makes the end of every meal suck.
Number 13, obsess over the military.
And I think I speak for the rest of the WWE. I certainly speak for myself. I would like to say thank you to all our men and women who choose to don the uniform of the United States military.
The American military is probably the best.
All right. Here's one big thing I agree with. You guys respect your military. You're obsessed over the military, right? If you're a veteran, right, you get looked after. You know what, right? Nobody gives a shit in England if you're a veteran, which is disgusting. Disgusting. Like, people should be proud if someone has served our country. Okay, they should be respected in some way, shape, or form, right? If they have taken time out of their life, because you only get one life to protect and serve our country, okay? And that's the reason no one's joining the military in England anymore. My son is about to go into the Royal Marines, okay? My own son, right? And then I see stories all of the time how when they get out, they're just forgotten about. And I'm worried, okay? Like, hey, this thing you guys do with the military, I respect that. That's a big W. That's a big W.
Best in the world, as it should be, since it's also one of the best funded militaries in the world. In fact, the US spends several times more on their military than their nearest competitor, China. What's more, there are more than a few American citizens who have a higher than average fascination with their own military and its culture.
I thank you as your commander-in-chief because you inspire me. Your willingness to serve, to step forward at a time of war and say, send me, is the reason the United States stays strong and free.
While other countries certainly appreciate their troops, you don't see as many people wearing camouflage as a legitimate fashion statement. Likewise, you don't see movies made elsewhere that glorify the military to the degree that the US does.
Do me a favor.
Oh my God.
Children, I love them very much.
Beast of a movie moment. Straight up the alien's ass. That was amazing. Now that was a beast. Even the latest Top Gun movie was an absolute beast. But Independence Day, like, oh my God, imagine it. Imagine you're the guy that saves the world. You're straight up there, like, what a way to go out. Go on, lad.
All right, you alien assholes.
Yes. Up, lad.
Of the American enthusiasm is certainly rooted.
I got really into the moment there. I just want to calm down a quick second. Let me just calm down. All right, because straight away we're seeing the police officer in England. We don't look too kindly on the police officers in England.
In patriotism. Still, it may also be a reaction to an increasingly anti-military sentiment that has popped up over the last several decades.
No war, okay? No war, okay? Oh, here you go, boys. These will help you protest. It's good to see that you care about peace, boys, okay?
Number 12.
All right. Look, just because you're for the military doesn't mean that you want war. Surely It's literally the opposite, okay? It's protection, not action. Like, seriously, okay? I'm not saying go in the military and fight people. I'm just saying it needs to be there. Like, there's this thing called MAD, right? Which they use on about nukes, okay? Mutually assured destruction, all right? Now, that is where the military should be, okay? Right? Where nobody is going to attack anybody because we all know that it's going to be extremely bad for both sides. So let's sort things out politically. Let's sort things out in a way where nobody ever needs to get hurt, okay? You have all of this. We have all of that. Let's not ever use that. Boom. Sorted. Protection. Let me just say that again. Protection. That sounded really feminine. Why did I say it like that?
Use red plastic cups. If you've ever seen an American movie where a college party happens, chances are you've seen characters drinking from red cups.
Yeah, that's right. We don't really have
These
those
red
over here very
plastic or
much.
Solo cups are everywhere in the U.S. The cheap drinking containers are a favorite at parties, both for their durability and their ease of use in party games. While they're also handy for crafts or gardening, they're most famous for their intended purpose. However, the rest of the world either doesn't have the United States party culture's emphasis on kegs or lacks the same distinctive cups, originally manufactured by the
Yeah, no one brings a keg to a party that I've never been to a party where someone brought a keg. And also these red cups, we do have them in the shops now. Not very obvious or anything, but we use paper cups. Paper cups. Yeah, these are starting to come over. These are starting to come over, but you guys do the party games and all this, that, the other when you get drunk. We don't really do that in England at all. I mean, I guess it's because of the previous generations. Like, if you've seen a map of how many pubs are in England, let me pull this up. Map of how many pubs are in England. All right, here we go. Right, so every red dot is a pub that's in England. You can see even the bottom's cut off a little bit. But what I'm talking about is in England, we don't really do the house parties things very often. That's younger people. But, like, there's just so many pubs in England. It's unbelievable.
At most, you might see them at a novelty American-themed party. Number 11, wear shoes inside. Taking off your shoes before you enter a home, or at least in the entryway, is pretty common etiquette in many countries.
Don't do that. Why'd you take your shoes off? So I don't break your nose.
And while many Americans do prefer to keep footwear off their floors, it isn't a hard and fast rule like it is in other places. Often it will depend on whether the person has carpeted floors or hardwood floors, with the latter considered easier to clean. Since it's not considered the norm, though, asking guests to take off their shoes indoors can come across as rude or fussy, and so is often avoided. Number 10, eat peanut butter as their go-to spread. Peanuts are grown and eaten in many parts of the world, but it's the United States and Canada that do most of the peanut butter eating.
Have to admit, I really like peanut butter. Your peanut butter, American peanut butter, is like really different to the ones that we get though. Like, I tried American peanut butter and like yours tastes, I'm not gonna lie, it does taste better. Ours taste like a super healthy version of yours. But like, I tried like the, what do you call it, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's all right. Like it kind of, maybe because I'm not used to it, but it doesn't feel like it goes together. But no, I love peanut butter. Like, I used to eat it back in my bodybuilding days. It was my only treat.
Peanut butter man now, eh, sir?
Yes, I believe I am. I thoroughly enjoy this peanut butter.
A lot of countries see it as a niche or even unpleasant.
Look at the color of it.
Others have a spread that is more culturally ingrained, like Nutella. The U.S.
All right, Nutella's really famous here in England. Like it's in every shop. I don't know, man. I don't know. They try and sell it as like the healthy chocolate, but like, nah, man. I genuinely would rather have peanut butter on toast. Whoa. Peanut butter on a slice of toast. Ah.
USA cannot get enough of peanut butter, though, consuming over 1 billion pounds of it annually. January
God damn.
24th is even National Peanut
Wait, you have a National Peanut Butter Day, but also look at the color of this peanut butter. Why is it so light? Why this blows my mind how different, like the taste. Why? Hey, right, I'm an Englishman. I'm gonna say this one time. Yeah, you guys have got way more flavor in your stuff than what we do. I might get a little bit of backlash off some friends for saying it, but like it's pretty goddamn obvious. You guys have got way better flavor for food.
butter day. It's a cheap source of protein that most American children grow up eating, so it's no wonder that it's a comfort food for many of them. Number 9, work too much. Americans are workaholics, at least compared.
What's she about to say? Compared to what? Compared to what? I got 3 jobs. You gonna tell me you're a workaholic? I'm English. Working too much. Okay, tell that to the little Chinese kid in the sweatshop that's just made your iPhone.
To basically every other country in the world. The majority of Americans work more than 40 hours a week.
Why do we do this?
Did you just see workaholics and then 40 hours a week? Did you? That's a normal work week. That's an average, like, normal job.
To ourselves. Well, the conventional answer is that this attitude towards work makes the American economy the envy of the world. America is a hectic, turbocharged system that builds, destroys, rebuilds, all at warp speed.
They also tend to lack many of the things the rest of the world takes for granted, like paid holidays, as well as sick and parental leave. Research has shown that happier, less stressed workers do better at their jobs. Iceland.
Wait, you guys don't get paid holidays? We get like paid holidays, like maybe like 4 or 5 days a year. Depends where you work, really.
Even recently tried a 4-day work week that proved wildly successful.
There's lots of
4-day work week. Can you imagine how nice that would be? Oh my God. That would just be so nice. 4-day work week. Yeah, man. That would do everyone's mental health and emotional well-being really good. No, I'm not saying Americans don't work hard. Clearly they do. Okay? Clearly they do. But a 4-day work week for everyone in the world. Like, life's not about working, you know. You work to make the rest of your life happier. Surely the goal in everybody's life is happiness. So yes, moving to something that makes us happier is definitely should be the way forward. Yeah, man. Let's hear them out.
other benefits to a 4-day working week. It's not just the it's not just the mental health and economy, good for the economy. Also environmental benefits too. Evidence looks like when we're commuting less as a result of a 4-day week, that brings down emissions. Also, energy consumption goes down. So this is a policy that's win-win for the environment, for workers, for employers. What's not to like about it?
Several European countries take long breaks for lunch. While the American drive is admirable, grind culture becomes problematic when it costs.
Wait. What do you get for lunch? We get 30 minutes on average. 30 minutes for lunch. Most places are 15. 30 minutes is like seen as the respectable time for lunch. You get like a 15-minute break if you've got an extra long shift as well. But 30 minutes for lunch seems like long enough. What do you guys get?
Workers their mental health and well-being. Number 8, make small talk with strangers. Americans are known for their friendliness towards strangers, especially outside of big cities. It's not.
Nah, see? Let's pretend those two people don't know each other. I am not sitting next to you unless I'm fully forced to. Okay, we don't. Okay, I understand French people will come and sit slap bang next to you, even though you've got all that space, right? Back up. I don't know you. Don't come next to me. Don't touch me. Don't look at me. Don't talk to me, right? Now, that is a little bit different, right? In the south of England, nobody talks to each other. You can say good morning to somebody and they'll just completely ignore you and keep walking past you. But in the north of England, Like if you say good morning to someone, they'll have a full-on conversation with you, even though they don't know you. I have a little theory called the bus stop theory, okay? If you're waiting at a bus stop, right, you can tell how friendly a place is about the conversations you have at a bus stop. Down south in England, you stand at a bus stop, everybody stands quiet, they stand far apart. Nobody says anything. In the north of England, you're expected to talk to somebody. If you and another person is at the bus stop, it's like, weather's a bit mental today, isn't it? And then that just leads on to other things. So yeah, Americans live life like a movie, though. They really do. Like just talking to anyone, doing anything to lead anywhere. I do believe this should be more common practice as well. How are you supposed to make friends if you don't talk to anybody?
Uncommon for Americans to smile at each other in passing, but their comfort with new people also extends to small talk, saying hello or even striking up a conversation out of the blue.
Your seat, emergency exit row. Yeah. You feel you would be unable or unwilling to perform the duties listed on the safety card. Please ask a flight attendant to reseat you.
In many countries,
Why this video keep doing clips of Fight Club? Isn't this guy a terrorist? Just making bombs out of soap. Like, why keep slipping in Fight Club videos here?
speaking to strangers unprompted can be seen as intrusive or even risky. Many Americans are masters of the art, though, often happy to chat with people they've never met about the weather, sports, or whatever else comes up in conversation.
I guess this is a good thing.
What looks like a carrot? Hi.
Number 7. Casually own guns. In many countries, gun laws are strict and gun ownership is relatively rare. In the US, gun ownership is protected by the Second Amendment, and gun ownership is the highest in the world. Despite making up 4% of the global population, Americans own 46% of civilian-held firearms. There's a distinct gun culture, where gun ownership is celebrated or at least seen as important for personal safety. Most states even allow you to open carry.
But it's a lucky thing I had my pieces.
Your pieces.
My gun.
Oh.
Yeah. That caught me off guard a little bit. Look at her face. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I think England should have this as well. I think if England had the same law, I don't think the government would be taking advantage of us as much as they are right now. That's a whole different subject.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang!
The issue is extremely divisive due to the country's high rate of gun deaths. Either way, the idea of having so many guns around is a novel one for many visitors.
Guns. Lots of guns.
Number 6. Put sales tax on everything.
Sales tax is paid when you buy something, and the business you purchased your goods from sends that money to the government. There are 2 types of sales tax: general sales tax and excise taxes. General sales tax is a tax levied on most goods you buy. Excise taxes are taxes levied only on certain items.
Most countries enact a value-added tax, or VAT, on goods or services purchased within their borders. These taxes are collected from every person in the supply chain, from the distributors to the consumers. The United States is one of the few to use sales tax, which not only vary wildly from state to state, but are only enacted after a purchase has been made.
The state treasury depends on sales taxes to pay for road repairs, education, and medical care for children, seniors, and the poor.
They're also not listed in the initial price, which can leave foreign visitors, and many Americans, scratching their head as to why they're being charged.
First of all, that's a horrible place to pause it. Her eyes are staring into my soul. But, right, why is it not just like straight just included in the price? Like, so if I got this right, you guys go to the shop, you see something on the shelf, it says how much it costs, and then you go to the till, and then you have to pay more than what it costs. That makes no sense. Why didn't you just include that in the actual item price on the shelf?
Head as to why they're being charged more than the price on the product. Better or worse? You decide. It's certainly more confusing.
What's the advice then? If you're going to buy a big ticket item, where's the cheapest sales tax?
Well, you know, you can go online and look at all the sales tax rates for different cities, and if you look at one dealership or one, you know, Best Buy or something like that, you can find the different zip codes and look at the sales tax rates and just see how much that'll little take off, and then take your family out for a night.
So you can get the exact same item, which costs the exact same price, but the sales tax is different in each different place. So if you just take a journey, you can save money. That makes no sense. You're just taking it back home to the same place anyway. What? So what about Amazon then? So if you order something online from Amazon, is the sales tax different in each state? Like, do you have to does the same thing happen when you order online?
There you go.
Number 5, recite a Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
In many parts.
Right, this is cool, okay? This is cool, right? Because what have we got in England? God save the king. Why is our entire thing God save the king? Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. Why is the whole thing about one dude who I've never met in my life? He's never made a difference to my family. He's never passed a law that's ever made a difference and made my life better, made my children's life better, made my grandparents' life better. Like, nothing's going on. Why is our national anthem all surrounded one person? This is one thing we need to change, right? I didn't vote him in. Did you vote the royal family in? I didn't. I sure as hell didn't. None of us did. And while I do enjoy having a royal family, we should, yes. I just don't think that our national anthem should be all about them. How we're supposed to take pride in a country when everything's surrounded one person.
Parts of the United States, school children and adults in some settings are expected to recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
This is good.
In 1892, when it was written by Francis Bellamy, Bellamy was a Baptist minister, and in conjunction with a magazine called The Youth's Companion, he wrote this, at that time, 23-word Pledge of Allegiance.
This is an expression that they will be loyal to the USA, and is usually performed daily while looking at the nation's flag, which you will find hanging everywhere, by the way. This isn't something other countries do. They might salute or respect their flag and country, but to make school children recite an oath to the country? The pledge has been the subject of plenty of controversy within the US, too.
I think it should be. I think that's great. It will provide you to be proud of where you live. I don't know a single English person that's proud to be English. Unless you live in the countryside and you're far away from everybody and everything that's going on, and you've got your own little space and just a few people around you, those people are proud to be English, but they don't have to experience the real England.
Particularly since it mentions God. While some schools no longer require it, it remains a widespread practice.
Bottom line is, we all look different, sound different, but we are all on the same team.
Number 4, watch ads for prescription drugs. Aside from New Zealand, the United States is the only country in the world that advertises prescription drugs directly to consumers. Every day, Americans are bombarded with ads for prescription medications, featuring
Yeah, the fact that you guys have to pay a phenomenal amount for prescription drugs is unbelievable. Even like doctor's appointments. I mean, we can get private doctors here, but like if you got no money, you can still see a doctor, you can still get your medication and everything like that. I think the American health system and the fact that you guys have to have insurance and all this, that, the other, it's insane. I got told a story a while ago from a dude that went to hospital. I think he got charged like $3,000 for an ambulance. $3,000 for an ambulance. Do you know how much that costs in England? Nothing. If you need an ambulance, the ambulance is coming out. That's it. Like, I don't understand it. But there's a few adverts on telly for prescription drugs. It looks like you're getting the first 2 adverts. I can guess what kind of prescription drugs they're for. Or whatever it is, you're going to have yourself a good night. What did I just do? What was that?
Generic, pleasing imagery and a list of side effects longer than a flagpole.
Side effects may include upper respiratory infection, stuffy or runny nose, and sore throat and headache.
Many people...
Wait, you put the side effects on the adverts too?
Americans included, are baffled by the practice, as doctors and not patients are meant to decide what drugs to prescribe. Proponents claim that advertising increases competition and lowers drug costs. Meanwhile, prescription drugs are typically far more expensive in the United States, as the U.S. doesn't regulate or negotiate drug prices. Number 3, put months before days. Most of humanity marks calendar dates as being day first, then month, then year.
It's the date. Assuming the first two numbers are some big old space date, then you've got year, month, day. It's the other way around like it is in America.
Or else.
I never understand that. How come you put the month first? Surely a day, month, year. Like it makes more sense. Like what's today? It's the 16th of the 2nd, 2026. But you guys would say it's the 2nd, 16, 2026. That makes no sense.
It's the opposite as year, month, then day. The reasoning is that...
Wait, you do year first? So it's go... Oh, so it'll be 2026, 2nd, 16? Am I getting that right? Oh, man, you just do it the normal way, bro.
You can go from the shortest value to the longest or vice versa. Yet the United States and parts of Canada eschew both these formats by putting the month first, then day, then year. The U.S. has been using this format basically since its founding, although it has used the day first format interchangeably too. The exact reason why is debatable, but as far as practicality goes, it can be useful when filling out forms to know which month it is before which day or year. Number 2, go bankrupt from healthcare. Medical costs?
We just spoke about this, go bankrupt from healthcare. First of all, she needs a bigger bed to lie on. Anyway, moving on. That makes no sense. That makes no sense, because I'll tell you why it makes no sense, right? Because, like, let's say you're a parent. Your kid falls over, break its arm, right? You guys, that's a normal thing. Kids hurt themselves, you know what I mean? You got to pay for that and everything just because your kid had a mistake. But here's another thing. What happens if you get cancer? What happens if your kid gets cancer or something? Do you guys still have to pay for that? What kind of doctor, what kind of medical practice in the world can say, like, oh, by the way, your kid's got leukemia. By the way, you owe us millions of dollars, like, because of all the treatment they're going to receive in the future. Like, I wouldn't be able to do that job because I would feel like I was going to hell. What would you going to tell a family that's going through some of the worst stuff you could possibly go through, right, with a kid, that they owe a load of money? You are earning money off people in their worst times ever.
Are the cause of over 60% of all bankruptcies in the United States.
In 2017,
medical bills are the cause of 60% of bankruptcies in the United States. What? When's time to do something about it? That's insane. America's like the promised land. It's amazing. It's like everybody thinks America's probably the best place to live in the world. 60% of bankruptcies is because of medical bills? Shit.
1/3 of the money raised on GoFundMe went towards medical campaigns, and the site raises $650 million a year for more than 250,000 medical campaigns.
Americans experience a variety of unexpected charges while getting much-needed care, from surprise bills to being charged for riding in an ambulance.
According to one study, 71% of all ambulance providers do not take the patient's insurance. That same study found that 79% of patients who took an ambulance could get a surprise bill, with an average total around $450.
In some parts of the civilized world, even seeing a medical bill can be an uncommon occurrence. Healthcare worldwide tends to be much more regulated than it is in the U.S. It's either funded through taxes in a single-payer system or else through individual insurers who are more strictly monitored.
Other countries...
Yeah, if my kid goes to hospital because he's broke his arm, I'm not gonna get a bill. I'm not gonna get anything. I'm gonna take my kid to hospital. I'm gonna get every bit of treatment that he needs, and that's it. I'll continue paying my taxes and doing all this, that, the other, but I'm safe. I feel like this is one thing that I am quite lucky for. The NHS in England. Yeah, man, I can't imagine what it must feel like. Because I could, now that I'm hearing this, I can imagine that there's Americans out there that will injure themselves or be ill and everything and just refuse to go to hospital. Just refuse. Just because they don't want to take on more debt. Yeah, man, I feel sorry for them having to go through this, especially low-income housing people.
They don't have this problem. Instead of every private insurance company negotiating with every healthcare provider, there's just this big list. Country, the central government, they go and they say, if you want to sell to us, to all of our people, then here's what you can charge for a checkup. Here's what you can charge for an MRI or a prescription for Lipitor.
Bottom line, while there can sometimes be extra charges, for most of the world, medical debt is basically unheard of, except in horror stories about the US.
Can't get a credit card. I can't buy a house. I don't see me ever being out of debt.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have
go
the
follow
option
this
to
channel.
be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Do that for me too, and
Number
them.
1, use the Imperial Measurement System.
Can you explain to me
Yes.
how the country that can send men and hopefully women to the moon
Yeah, all and
still
beyond.
are in gallons and inches?
Mm.
And when the entire world is metric, I do not understand this.
There are 3 countries in the world that don't use the metric system: Myanmar, Liberia, and the
I'll pause this right here and just let you all know that an extra couple of inches makes a massive difference.
United States. Objectively,
Or so I'm told.
metric is the less arbitrary measurement system since everything goes by tens. Even Britain and Commonwealth countries have converted.
The point is, the US system has always been a little more accessible.
Okay, so I get it that we've changed, but let's be fair, right? When we talk, we still say, like, oh, it's 20 miles down the road. Like, we still do that. Like, I know everything's kilometers and all that stuff, but we still say, and even the signs on the side of the road says it's 20 miles away, it's 50 miles away, like, it's 2.5 miles down the road, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, so we haven't fully converted over, but, like, I can see how it's simpler. It's much simpler the way that it's done everywhere else.
Than metric. Sure, stacking up 12 thumb widths to make a foot, that's still kind of weird, but it's not so weird that we're clamoring to change it.
Although admittedly, they do still use measurements like feet and inches casually.
So now I can't ask a distance when I visit another country. I'm like, how far is that? They're like, that's 500 kilometers. I'm not in the Olympics.
So why hasn't the US converted? We'll give you one guess. Did you say it's because of money? Because money is definitely a big factor. Converting to a whole new system of measurement is expensive. Other factors include a need for control and stability of the US. So, inertia, basically. Why change when you don't need to? And you know what your mom says? If all the
Makes
other
sense.
countries jumped off a bridge, would the US do it too? Or something like that.
A
That makes
2015
sense.
Rasmussen poll asked Americans if we should switch to the metric system and adopt Celsius as our main temperature scale. 64% said no, while 21% said yes, and the remaining 15%.
Alright, temperature wise, I never understood it, right? Because 0 degrees Celsius is when water freezes, okay? 100 degrees Celsius is when water boils. Boom, sorted. That's how it's measured. It makes total sense to me. What happens with the Fahrenheit, okay? What
Percent was undecided. So it looks like we're perfectly fine with being different.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out
Apparently
these
that
other
was 20 things. Kind of ended in the middle of nowhere there. I was just getting into it. But it's amazing to see the difference You know what I mean? I really enjoy, and you know what? I kind of wish some of the things you guys got over there were happening over here. I personally, actually, this thing in the corner of the screen is a lie. I'm now 6 followers away from hitting 100 subscribers. 6 subscribers or followers, whatever it's called on YouTube. I'm 6 away because I'm famous. But listen, I told you I'm going to do this every time until I hit 100. Haha! It's been an absolute pleasure. I've been Cougar. I still don't know how to end a video properly. Please drop a like on the video, it really helps me out. And I want to hit 100. I want to hit 100. Please. 100.